Good morning. Welcome to the dealer-only auto auction local to us. We're out here checking out a couple different things today. The list's a little bit thinner than normal, but that's okay. One of the vehicles today is probably one of the most expensive vehicles that Chrysler put out MSRP wise. Of course, there are many Chrysler vehicles that sold for over MSRP, like the Demon 1 sets. We're going to check one out today that's well over what I would pay for a car. But some people like really nice things, and some people drive really nice things. Some people drive things that aren't so nice. This one's the first one on our list. Nice little Nissan Versa. A little bit of damage down the sides and one of the wheel caps in the front. This thing's a good year and good miles. It's a 21 with like 60,000 miles. It's got a flat, so of course we're not going to be able to drive it, which will probably take me off of this car because I believe it's running red light. And if this one's running a red light and I can't drive a Nissan with a CVT, we're asking for trouble, and I don't need it. Now they might air up the tire here in a little bit and I can circle back to this one. A 21 with 58,000 miles, it's covered under manufacturer powertrain. Like I was saying, being a 21 with under 60,000 miles, it's still under manufacturer powertrain. So is it a risk not driving a red light vehicle that has a CVT when you know that you've got a manufacturer powertrain on it? That's a good question. Tire pressures are low, so that's what's throwing the warning and tire pressure light for. The indecisiveness of, is this a big risk or is it going to be okay? Let's check the codes and see what we can find. Ooh, the moment of truth. Do you have any hidden codes for us? 2 codes. Internal control module there. That's scary. And a transmission code of lost communication. Oh, you're still risky. Because modules aren't covered under powertrain. I don't know about this one. We're gonna have to spend some time thinking about this. But let's move on to the next one. So this next one, you guys are gonna have to tell me, is this auction gold to many people? And I've had gentlemen come into the dealership wanting to sell these Harley-Davidson edition trucks, and apparently these things are worth gold to a lot of people. I don't know if I agree. It's just an old Ford truck with, you know, a decal on it. But apparently this Harley-Davidson edition means a lot to people. This one's the diesel variant, so not a 150 but a 250. I don't know what these things are worth. This isn't on my list. I was just walking past it. I don't know if this is something that I would buy. It's such an older diesel, and it's only special because it's a Harley-Davidson. I don't know. You guys tell me. Is that a cool truck, or is that Papaw's truck? You know, this is our truck here. 130. So classic body style. You can always tell that by looking at the rims. If it's 5 lug, it's a classic, or you can, you know, just look at the front of it. It looks a little dated. So we'd have to pull the light bar, but I don't think that's terribly complicated because the lights are just bolted in right there, and they ran the cables under the hood, so they didn't drill any holes other than the 2 tiny screw holes on the side, and then that light would come out, of course, but I think it just sticks on, so that's okay. We don't have any holes in the grill. Little scratch there, no big deal. Tires are mid-grade. Yeah, about mid-grade. It's a 5.7 full crew cab. Just a tradesman truck, so you got vinyl seats. That seat cover will probably need to be replaced, or maybe the whole seat, depending on what's more effective. Looks like, yeah, a dash cam and a light will need to come out, but I don't think that'll be too big a deal. This truck has a check engine light. It's got a code for an O2 sensor. The brake light was also on because the spring for the brake doesn't really work. So if you just grab it and kick it up, the brake light goes off. But if you just leave it slightly down, it thinks the parking brake's engaged. So they don't need a new spring. Not that big of a deal. Check engine light for an O2 sensor. How often is it actually the O2? I don't know. But on the cool side of things, it's got this dang siren controller and light controller. And I'd play with it, but you know, there's other people here, and I don't want to freak anybody out. So for me, anything if it's cheap enough is a good deal. So we'll see how cheap we can get this one. See if it makes for a good deal. Our next one, coming down the sea of cars, is this little Mazda here. The only noted issue, other than, you know, small like dings or scratches they had, was it's missing the gas door cover. So hopefully that's a simple slide on, and I think it clicks into place. I don't know how common Mazdas are for losing these, but I see it kind of often on different models, Volkswagen being one of them. Let's check our tires. They seem to be in good shape. Things look good under here. We're still seeing aftermath from the hailstorm that we had a couple weeks ago, so checking everything for hail is still important. This one looks clean other than paint swirls in the black. Black's just such a hard color to keep perfect. Lights look good. Tire looks great. Rims look good. This one's got a sunroof. It's all-wheel drive. We've got some brown accents on the interior. Heated seats, of course. I love to break away from the everyday black interior. Give me a good brown or red interior any day. Yes, thank you for letting me know that I don't immediately have my seatbelt on. Alright. Let's see if we can go in here and change our radio. These Mazda, I think there's a couple different brands that run this kind of setup, like BMW as well. Kind of a fan, because when you're trying to reach for a touchscreen and, you know, you're driving and you hit a bump and it's really hard to press a button, so I guess it's easy to grab onto these. Now, one thing I'm struggling with is these buttons being unlabeled. So like, you got to look here and then think, oh, is this for this? But I guess it is. A lot of the time it's a good way to see, especially on older cars, you'll be able to see if the air conditioning works by watching the tachometer. So if it takes a little bit of a dip when you turn the AC on or off, you'll be able to see it move, and you know your compressor's kicking on. On these newer cars, I think yeah, there's just a tiny dip and you can hear it. It's a little more refined on the newer cars. It's got the heads up display. I don't know if you guys, oh, there it is. I think you guys can see it. Let's give this thing a spin. Dang, well, we got a dead one right here in the intersection. Let's see if we can avoid being in the way. Just squeeze on past. Alright. Down to the test track. Oh, seatbelt monitor. You freak out the moment I don't put it on as soon as I get in the car, and then you wait until I've started driving to then also freak out again. Let me just make you happy. So needy. Let's see how it feels. Not the quickest car. Steering wheel's just a little bit to the left, so probably needs an alignment. Handles well, stops well. Yeah, it's not pulling, but it's just tilted to the left a little bit, so add an alignment to our planned costs. Now, I know the scale of this place can be a little bit, deceiving. It looks like there's so many cars here, when in reality, there's probably only, I don't even know if a third is the right number, a third of these cars running versus what they've got sitting here. Ooh, I spot a really cool one. They've got a 96 Chevy van. It's one of the G30s. I grew up riding around in the back of one of those. My mom had a 79. It had the sliding door. It was nothing fancy, but it was so cool to have your own big captain seat, and it had the like airplane style lights up above each of the seats. You didn't have air vents, you know, there was vents up in the front, so there was no real airflow in the back, but definitely a cool van. That threw me a little childhood memory for a second. This is a Grand Wagoneer Series 3 Obsidian. It is the Mac Daddy of luxury when it comes to the Jeep brand or the CDJR, you know, group as a whole. This thing's original MSRP was like $125,000. Oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, it's dirty. You know, they didn't do a great job cleaning it, but what a vehicle. Tires are in good shape. Obsidian means it's got the black package. It has a very beautiful interior. Panoramic roof with the third sunroof in the back. This one has, I believe that's the fam cam sitting right there in the middle of the screen. That lets you see, like, if you've got a baby in a seat or, you know, young kids, you can actually watch them from the main screen. This one has the second screen for the passenger. It also has the bottom screen for the seat controls and a couple other things. We'll get into it. I believe when these came out, they boasted 75 inches of total screen here in the front. I don't know if it included the screens in the back, but that was a big thing for these, was 75 inches of total screen. That's more than most people have in their living rooms. I don't think they skipped any of the amenities. This is an 8-seater. Like I said, screens. Oh, there's another screen down there. You've got the window shades. You've got the power seat fold. Let's see if we can bring it back. Beautiful, beautiful car. Why is this one here? Couldn't tell you. What a beautiful car. This thing's only got 19,000 miles. It's a 2020. This might be a really great deal for a pre-owned Wagoneer for somebody. So we've got the massaging seat function. Oh yeah, I think that's the one I like. You've got so many different options with these things. I think you've got an upper and lower lumbar, in, out, up, down, thigh bolsters, back bolsters. Oh yeah, I can feel that changing things. The back bolster, oh, it squeezes you in the seat. You've got the air ride, the off-road controls. You've got your heated and cooled seats. Oh, we've got to open this thing up. Like I said, you've got the roof in the back as well. You pair a sunroof like that with technology like this and some massaging seats, what else could you ask for? And this one does have the heads-up display as well, like the Mazda. Like I said, when it comes to having some luxury features, you don't know what you got until you don't have it. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot. This is a cooled box as well. So this box is actually cold right now to the touch. I don't know if the key's pretty cold. We'll turn that off so the key doesn't freeze in there, but it has a built-in cooler. Wow, that's all I can say. Oh, and of course it has the electronic rear view mirror. Most people don't like that, and I don't know if everyone knows, but you can turn it off. You just flip the mirror down and you've got the rear view camera versus the actual rear view mirror. So, oh yeah, let's give it a quick drive. Just make sure everything's good. 360 camera. There's not a feature left out, and if there is, you're gonna have to tell me, because I don't think there is. Well, let us know about somebody passing on the side. We're checking that one out later. I hope it's got gas in it. All I can say is wow. Alright, so this has the Hurricane Inline 6. Let's see how it moves this big beast. I'd say it moves it pretty well. Getting up to speed is not a problem. Now these probably had some pretty good discounts, brand new at some dealers. I know our dealership is one that's normally really good about having some strong discounts. I don't know if this sold for MSRP originally, but of course it's going to be less than MSRP now that it's pre-owned. And I think this will make a killer deal for somebody looking for a luxury family hauler and you know, potentially tow vehicle. It's got the size and power for a killer price. I'd imagine it's going to be a good discount compared to where MSRP is. But let me get this big behemoth parked and we'll look at the next one. So one spot I think dealers, unlike us, probably miss a lot of opportunities are little commercial vehicles like this. Of course, not every person's coming in to buy this, but there's a lot of small businesses and even big businesses that use vehicles like this that if you've got a chance to buy, I recommend. They're good. There's not a ton of options, right? But they're good for lots of different things. It's a front-wheel drive vehicle, so safety's already up. It's a two-seater, but lots of different companies and businesses could use something with this amount of space, a little bit of storage, a spot to fit a pallet, something like that gets decent gas mileage and isn't huge. It doesn't have to be a full-size van like these, and the price point on these isn't bad either. So I've got this one on our list. I've already drove it. There was another one we looked at, and then I've also got one of these F-150s on the list. It's a Lariat, but it was used for some kind of commercial business. So it's got a box with an antenna attachment. It's got a little bit of vinyl wrap still on it. The roof is going to be the biggest struggle where there's residue left, but it's just vinyl wrap, so it's no big deal. There's little bits and pieces here and there, but it's a Lariat, so it's got the big screen, it's got heated and cooled seats, the fold down shifter, digital display, trailer controls, trailer brake, four-wheel drive. This truck is a really nice work truck, so we're going to try to kind of turn it back to what it was before and just be a Lariat. It'll still have the lights, I'm assuming. Not the world. Hopefully someone can get a really good deal on a truck because it's spec'd almost like a work truck. But got a few more to look at. This Corolla down here that we saw drive past earlier, that's our next one. This one is hot hatch if I've seen one. I've really wanted one of these in the GR Corolla. This one's not a GR, but someone's made it look like it is. My goodness, she's riding a little low. Hard to get a hand on these tires to see tire depth. I don't know if these wheels are supposed to have this extra, I don't know. Dang, did I see a cup holder built into the door? I love seeing that. Never enough cup holders. My first car was an 80 Trans Am, and it has, I still have it, it has more ashtrays than cup holders. It's got 3 ashtrays and no cup holders. Everything's got some kind of cheap, dinky. This all would have to come off, I think. Some of it's okay, and that might stay, but that would have to go. And you're covering up a black finish anyway, so it really doesn't make a difference in my opinion. But I mean, they've put it everywhere. Little Amazon kit on this thing. Let's see if our radio works. But it's sport, you know. Oh, let's put it into sport mode. Doesn't that just make sense? That's stiff, but it's not bad. Okay, I hear you, Toyota. I hear you. You've just gotta have it. And I've got it. Should I use the paddle shift or should I put it in paddle shift mode? Well, we'll just give it and see what it does. These are some nice, comfortable paddle shifters. It's not the GR with the manual, but it's quick. I really like the things like this that stand out. It's still a Corolla, right? But it stands out. Maybe being a Corolla is a benefit. Maybe someone's gonna be like, man, that's a good-looking, sporty car, and it's reliable. But it's definitely different. Well, guys, things got a little crazy there at the end. We've just wrapped up. I got a handful of things. I got something good. I got a couple things good. We'll have to show you when we get back, but that's for a little bit later.
Check out this Ram 2020 1500 station. Ready for work, ready for job site, ready for anything. 5-7 minutes, 4x4, first gas, ready for work.
it's allowed to look this damn good.
You're looking at the Mac Daddy Chrysler vehicle here. 2024 Grand Wagoneer L Series 3 Obsidian. This thing, originally MSRP was about 125 grand. If I remember correctly from my Chrysler training, these things had over 75 inches of total screen between the digital dash, the two screens here, the passenger display, and the screens in the back for the passengers. Features galore. You've got adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, you've got heads-up display, triple sunroof, power side steps, color changing interior, surround view camera, the fam cam in the back so you can see young ones in their seats, wireless charging, massaging seats. I could probably go on for days. This thing has everything.